We're broadcasting from Chicago as the Bulls get ready to take the hardwood here at the United Center. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. For the Miami Heat, they won their last contest, that game against the Nets. And kind of a close game, only a 4-point win, but a win nonetheless.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
What I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Mirza Teletovic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Here's Carter. Misses off the left iron. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the two-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Already, Brent, we've seen a changing of the guard of some teams where a new player is now the number one option.
Well, I expected that this year we were going to have some of this take place. A lot of the reason why I would point to it is that you had 9 new coaches in the NBA this year. So there's going to be opportunity on some of those teams for somebody to take advantage of a new offense, a new way to play, a new way to get up and down the floor. And with that opportunity, some guys are taking full advantage of it.
I love the new opportunities, though, for some players that may have been pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard with their squad. Maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
Here's Dunn. The Heat getting the bucket. Harkinen from outside. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Waiters right side. The 3 doesn't go that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, you try to put up these scoring runs, and it hurts when you all of a sudden just give away free points from the free throw line.
And here is Waiters after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Waiters into the lane. Dion Waiters, Brent, with the game that evokes a lot of different opinions.
Well, count the Miami Heat in that group. They've seen the potential. They rewarded him for that potential. Now we just got to see him on the floor on a consistent basis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Waiters. And Dion Waiters, midway through last season, finally had season-ending surgery on his left ankle. He had been trying to manage that injury since the season prior.
Yeah, it ended up losing out on a bonus of over $1 million, which was contingent on him playing 70 games. His play had fallen off, though, so quite possible he needed that surgery even before he suffered the setback.
Well, this Heat organization has had such a great run of success under their owner, Mickey Arison, and what Pat Riley has done to pour the foundation of the culture around Miami. This is not a team that likes to throw away any chance to compete, or any season for that matter.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bean with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Dunn misses. And memories of the Big 3 era of Bosh and Wade and LeBron James still fresh, Brent, in the memory of the Heat organization.
Well, more fresh in the memory of the fans of the Miami Heat. The organization trying to do their best to move forward and move on. Of course, that team 4 straight finals appearances, won 2 NBA championships. They want to get back to that level. They know they got to find some talent and some diamonds in the rough and trying to figure out a path to get there.
The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Here's Whiteside. Count it. Whiteside's got his first bucket in this one.
Whiteside working on having a better all-around feel for the game, and that time makes a solid read.
Here's the screen. Bean passes to Markkanen. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. No good on the 3. 1:49 left to play here in the first. Markkanen with it. Carter sets the pick for Markkanen. Carter outside, over Whiteside, and it's Miami with the rebound. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Richardson gets a wide open look, sinks the three-pointer. Richardson's got 5.
Richardson shooting it now from deep. Good touch on the long ranger.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens. Bam. Getting a dunk. Bam. Tremendous athlete, and he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Lopez, he's checked in for Carter. Portis comes in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Chris Dunn. And the Bulls with another miss.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged the bullet there.
To the inside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
So the wing on the left shoots the 3. Rebound by Johnson.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
For 3, Ellington. Doesn't go that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Dragic against Levine, and Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Dragic, and he lays it straight in. Dragic has got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a big boy play from your point guard there to absorb the hit and still get the shot to go.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Miami ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And, Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense, on every possession.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their deep.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
They've got Levine. Bobby Portis out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Valentine, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Oh, hello.
Beautiful jam.
And this is why defensively you can't afford to let LaVine get to the rim. Too much explosiveness.
And that was an unleashed chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Portis. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? You have a hard time figuring a lefty out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little side step.
James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Lowry Marketing comes in for Bobby Portis. Jabari Parker's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Levine. And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Richardson, he's checked in for James Johnson. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Goran Dragic. For Chicago, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. They set the screen. Here's Dunn. And it's Miami with the rebound. Richardson dishes to Whiteside. Kicks it to Waiters. Sinks the triple. Now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
Well, he is an offensive weapon, especially when Waiters gets locked in the catch-and-shoot game.
Markkanen, good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Pass to Teletovic. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Whiteside on the jam by Whiteside.
Well, whenever Whiteside has a chance to dunk, man gon' dunk.
Hassan Whiteside, a max player for the Miami Heat, but I've heard some analysts say, Brent, that they question whether he's a Miami Heat type of player. Why is that?
Well, the Heat are built around a pretty much maniacal work ethic. There's a lot of grinders, and you look at Whiteside as a draft prospect. He worked out for the Heat and actually walked out midway through a workout, yet they stuck with him, they kept tabs on him, and they brought him in, and they've paid him handsomely to be out there and be impactful. That's got to be on a nightly basis.
And he gets the bucket. Richardson's got 4 this quarter.
Awesome seeing Richardson get a little tricky with the ball. Some fancy moves there.
Dunn, right side. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Teletovic. Miami on defense. 6-point game. Here's Dunn.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Waiters outside. Over Valentine. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat. Clearly a foul.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he sinks the second. The Heat leading by 6.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
They set the pick. Dunn kicks to Carter. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
And Dunn is fantastic at moving the ball around, finding teammates with ease.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Teletovic. Down low. Here's Whiteside. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded by Waiters. This one for 3. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Heat lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are in control right now. How's that happen?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively, so we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in attack mode, both ends of the court.
You guys are built for this, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, their poor rebounding is really hurting. It hasn't killed them on the scoreboard yet, but they need to pick it up. This is a game they can win. If they come out hustling in the second half, they can win.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Richardson is out there with Mirza Teletovic, and it's Whiteside in at the center position. And the basket is good. Waiters got the first bucket of the third here for the Heat. Bulls trail by 7.
And head coach Erik Spoelstra always looking for different perspectives, looking to tweak and change certain things and constantly learning. That's a growth mindset. We hear him talk about that a lot, and it's something that he encourages not only his staff to do, but his players as well.
Right side a screen. Teletovic with a screen on Dunn. Dragic, and there's another one for the Heat.
Dragic is a solid shooter, especially from the mid-range area on the floor.
And Spoelstra assigns assistants to read books, attend clinics, and bring back reports. Always looking for new insights.
Yep, lots of paperwork on that Miami Heat coaching staff. They keep daily notes on everything from basketball to the big picture around the team. Stats, quotes, questions, all inspirational stuff. So anything they can draw a competitive advantage on or keep things positive, Spo's looking to do that.
Here's Teletovic. Markkanen pulls it in.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Parker, a screen on Whiteside. Screen by Parker. Carter kicks to Parker. No good from outside. The Heat leading by 4. Pass to Richardson. That one a little long.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
The pass to Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Heat call time here. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. You think those are necessary things?
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might have been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Robin Lopez is checked in for Carter. Portis comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Justin Holiday is subbed in for Dunn. Dragic against Levine. Six to shoot. Lopez, a screen on Dragic. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut to just one on the basket from Lopez.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Dragic, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Dragic. Stolen by Levine. In transition, here come the Bulls. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Holiday. Parker's got the lead up to 1 now for Chicago. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Raiders against Holiday. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Now Portis. 5 points in the game. Lopez a screen. Portis kicks to Levine. Back to Portis. Bulls moving the ball around. Lock at 6. Pass to Lopez. Here's the 3. And the Bulls another 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
The Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Ellington's checked in. Levine against Dragic. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Lopez kicks to Levine. Back to Lopez. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And here's the fast break. Ellington inside the three-point line. Again, the Heat good for 2. So it's Chicago now. On the wing, Levine. He's guarded by Dragic. Outside, Holiday. Poked loose and stolen by Ellington. Here's Johnson. Rebound by the Bulls.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Bulls have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. Here is Ellington. Here's Whiteside. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Richardson. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Bulls up 3 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. The Heat trail by 3. Parker and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. Valentine out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Ellington the pass to Richardson. Ellington with it, defended by Carter. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Lauri Markkanen, a 7-footer who can really let it fly. At Arizona, the most three-pointers ever by a 7-footer in a single season.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. And Markkanen also setting records for three-pointers made by a rookie grip.
A quick release, the ball comes off his hands so effortlessly. He's more than a stretch big as well. I think he's a shooter who just happens to be 7 feet tall.
That one goes. Count it. And the Bulls lead by 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Right side a screen. It's tipped. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. Zach LaVine's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Heat also with a sub. Waiters is checked in. Teletovic with a screen on Dunn. Waiters. And that one is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Yes, that goes in.
Well, Waiters has a role on this team, and tonight he's on a roll. Big-time scoring effort.
Dragic against Dunn. There's a screen. Out to Carter. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 5th assist in this one.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Dragic. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Picked by Markkanen. For 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
The Heat trail by 10. Now a timeout called by Miami. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Lauri Markkanen.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He took charge tonight. You know, it was just that type of breakout performance they needed. As they try to shake out of the slump they've been in, they'll be hoping he has more nights in just like this one. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Here's Dunn. Markkanen a screen on Teletovic. Here's Dunn. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Goran Dragic.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also pounds the glass aggressively.
And so he makes both from the line. The Heat trail by 10. Dragic left side. Good on the shot.
Terrific patience around the paint area from Dragic there. Calmly knocks one down from the interior.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist from Dunn. Markkanen's got 12 points here in the second half. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Down against Dragic. Over Dunn. Here's Whiteside. Carter with the block. And here is Dunn. Carter with a screen on Dragic. Dunn kicks to Carter. This one for three. Traps in the tray. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bulls.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Wendell Carter.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They get a hand on it. Dragic steps back and drains the jump shot. Dragic has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Miami. Dunn shot's good.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Nice D from Levine. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think